Your brain is basically that one weird roommate who swears they're normal until you find them microwaving a fork at 3 a.m. You think you're in control, but the truth? Your head is full of glitches, mysteries, and science experiments that even scientists themselves can't fully explain. And here's the kicker. These are not made-up, alien abduction, tinfoil hat kind of mysteries. Nope. These are real, documented quirks of human psychology and biology. Stuff that has been studied in labs, written about in journals, and still makes experts shrug and go, yeah, no idea. So, what happens when your brain gaslights you, your body betrays you, and science throws its hands in the air? You get a countdown of weird psychological and scientific mysteries that are equal parts hilarious, terrifying, and oh so relatable. Buckle up, because by the end of this, you're going to wonder if you're actually living in reality or just running a buggy beta version of your own brain. Let's get started.
Day 8. Deja vu error. You walk into a room and suddenly, boom, you swear you've been here before. The smell, the lighting, even that suspicious guy eating soup way too loudly. It all feels like a rerun of a sitcom you never watched. That's deja vu. Scientists know it happens, but why? Well, theories range from tiny glitches in memory processing to your brain's reality buffering lagging like bad Wi-Fi. Some think your hippocampus, basically the Netflix library of your memories, accidentally misfiles a brand new moment as an old rerun. Here's the creepy part. It's not linked to trauma, age, or obvious brain damage. It just pops up. Perfectly healthy brains, perfectly random moments. Like your head decided to prank you mid-conversation. The irony? When you feel deja vu, you're actually wrong. Your brain is lying to you with absolute confidence, which means every time you get it, you're basically gaslighting yourself. Congrats, you're your own unreliable narrator. Day 7. Sleep paralysis demons. Picture this. You wake up, but you can't move. Your chest feels heavy, your body is frozen, and there's something in the corner of your room. Shadowy, watching, definitely not paying rent. Congratulations, you've just met the sleep paralysis demon. Sleep paralysis is real. Your brain wakes up before your body does. Normally, during REM sleep, your muscles shut down to stop you from acting out dreams. But sometimes the timing glitches and you're stuck awake inside a frozen body. The demon? That's your half-dreaming brain projecting fears into the room. What's wild is that across cultures, the hallucination is eerily similar. In Japan, it's the kanashibari. In Newfoundland, it's the old hag. Everywhere, humans see dark figures when paralyzed in bed. Nobody coordinated this. It's just how our terrified brains fill in the blanks. So yeah, science says it's a neural hiccup, but when you wake up staring at a shadow that might whisper your name, try telling yourself that. Day 6. The Mandela effect. You swear you remember it one way. The Berenstain Bears. Darth Vader saying, "Luke, I am your father." Nelson Mandela dying in prison. Except none of that actually happened. Welcome to the Mandela effect, where groups of people share the same false memory. Psychologists chalk it up to memory's creative editing. Your brain doesn't store perfect videos. It stores fragments, then reconstructs them on demand. And reconstruction is basically improv theater. Add in cultural overlap, internet forums, and one loud guy insisting it's definitely Bernstein with an E, and suddenly thousands of people are wrong in unison. The spooky part? Even after being corrected, your brain clings to the fake memory. It feels real. So you're not only wrong, you're confidently wrong, with backup singers. The Mandela effect proves that your memories aren't reliable witnesses. They're more like drunk friends telling you how the night went. And guess what? They're lying too.
Day 5. Why you hate your own. Ever heard a recording of yourself and thought, who's this nasal goblin pretending to be me? Yeah, that's not a personality crisis. It's neuroscience. When you speak, you hear your voice two ways, through air vibrations and through bone conduction inside your skull. The bone version adds bass and resonance, basically the concert hall remix. But when you hear yourself recorded, you're stuck with the raw, thin version everyone else hears. And your brain's like, nope, imposter. Scientists call it voice confrontation. It's not just sound, it's identity. Your voice is tied to who you think you are. When the audio doesn't match the internal version, it feels like betrayal. So every time you cringe at your voicemail, remember, it's not that you sound bad, it's that your skull has been catfishing you your whole life.
Day 4, mass hysteria outbreaks. Imagine this. One kid in a school starts laughing uncontrollably, then another, then the whole classroom. Days later, the entire town is laughing, fainting, or screaming, and no one knows why. Welcome to mass hysteria. It's happened. In 1962 Tanzania, thousands were caught in a laughing epidemic. In medieval Europe, there were dancing plagues where villagers danced until they collapsed. No toxins, no pathogens, just the raw power of human suggestion. Psychologists think it's stress release mixed with social mirroring. Your brain sees a behavior, copies it, and suddenly your body is in a full-blown epidemic of nonsense. It's like TikTok trends, except you can't scroll away. The freakiest part, once it starts, it's nearly impossible to stop. Logic doesn't work. You can't just yell, "Hey everyone, quit feigning!" The crowd's nervous system runs the show. So yeah, next time you roll your eyes at groupthink, remember, entire cities once laughed themselves into chaos.
Day 3, face blindness. You bump into your neighbor at the grocery store. They wave. You freeze because you have no idea who they are. Is it your boss? A cousin? A total stranger? That's prosopagnosia, or face blindness. It's not rare. Some estimates say up to 2% of people struggle to recognize faces, even close family. The brain region responsible, the fusiform gyrus, just doesn't process faces the way it should. To someone with prosopagnosia, your face is basically a shuffled deck of features. Eyes, nose, and mouth, yes, but put together, unrecognizable. Here's the kicker. It's not about memory or intelligence. You could remember someone's laugh, their favorite coffee order, even their tattoos, and still not recognize them when they walk in. For those with severe cases, every introduction is like meeting a stranger, even if it's their spouse. Talk about awkward dinner parties.
Day 2, dreams of being chased. Why do you keep dreaming about being chased? Not about doing taxes, not about being late for work. Nope. Just running through alleys from some shadowy pursuer like you're stuck in a low-budget action movie. Dream scientists, yes, that's a real job, aren't entirely sure, but one theory is that dream chases tap into primal survival wiring. Your brain rehearses threats while you sleep, training you for danger you'll probably never face, like outrunning lions or your landlord. But here's the mystery. Why do chase dreams show up more than other survival scenarios? Why not dream of finding food or dream of fixing rent? Nobody knows. Dreams are notoriously hard to study, and your brain deletes most of them before breakfast. So, if you're being hunted every night in dreamland, take comfort in this. You're basically practicing to survive situations you'll never be in. Unless your alarm clock counts as a predator.
Day 1, feeling other people's pain. Ever winced watching someone stub their toe? Or felt phantom pain when a friend described their injury? That's mirror touch synesthesia, where your brain literally maps someone else's pain onto your own body. Most people feel empathy, sure, but for some, the mirror neurons in their brain fire so strongly they experience another person's sensation as if it's happening to them. Scientists have confirmed it with brain scans. The same pain regions light up even without injury. The catch? Nobody knows exactly why it happens to some and not others. Evolutionarily, it might have boosted social bonding, but it also makes life complicated. Imagine trying to watch sports when every tackle feels like your ribs are breaking. So yes, empathy is real, but for some people, it comes with a side effect. Their nervous system doesn't just understand your pain, it downloads it. Which is sweet until you realize your friend's stub toe just ruined your day too.
Conclusion. So there you have it. Your brain is basically a haunted funhouse designed by an overworked scientist who left half the instructions in Latin. Deja vu gaslights you, sleep paralysis spawns demons, your memories rewrite themselves with fan fiction. Even your own voice betrays you. And through it all, science can explain some of the wiring, but not the why. Which makes you wonder, are we running on cutting-edge biology or just a bunch of half-baked prototypes? The truth is, your brain is mysterious, messy, and kind of hilarious. And while researchers keep poking at it with electrodes and questionnaires, most of the answers remain out of reach. Which means, for now, you're stuck with a nervous system that pranks you on the daily. So yes, your brain is weirder than you think. Maybe creepier, too. Which of these 8 mysteries messed with your head the most? Drop it in the comments. I'm dying to know if deja vu is winning this round. That's it for today. I'll be doing more brain melters like this soon. So subscribe if you want your mind blown, gaslit, and mildly traumatized in a fun way.